Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eli and I am a fat loss coach. I'm currently on a 1600 calorie aggressive cut, and I did a first iteration of a grocery haul to stock up for the cut, and now I'm about 12 days in and this is the first re-up that I got. So I went and just got some additional supplies to get me through the rest of the cut. I might need to go to the supermarket here or there, get a couple more things, but I just wanted to show you kind of, you get your staples and then you get your stuff just to top up on. And here's a great example of a quick, high protein, low calorie grocery haul for dieting. Just want to take you through kind of the mindset and then what I actually got. So for me, mainly a lot of the stuff that I originally had gotten were bulk items that I'm still using. So like some of the low calorie sauces I'm still using, like the ranch, the mayo. And then a lot of the stuff that I went through was the proteins and some of the carbs and some of the like treats. So let me take you through what I got. We'll start over here in the protein section. So just to kick it off, right here, I got a bunch of chicken thighs. So I love to meal prep these. I just put them in a pan or I put them in a glass dish in the oven, season them up, and then just cook them for like 40 minutes. And then I have a whole tray of chicken thighs. So that's probably what I'll be doing with these. The other thing I really love is chicken sausages. So these ones, 100 calories for 14 grams of protein. That's really, really good, especially when you're on a calorie deficit. The higher the protein to the calorie ratio means you'll hit your protein target sooner and you leave more calories for things that you want. So for me, like I love fruit, but if my proteins are super dense in calories, then I can eat less fruit in the day, which makes me less happy. So I got these chicken sausages and then deli meats. Deli meats are a game changer. Prosciutto, buffalo chicken, honey turkey, forest ham, and then another honey turkey. So for these, I'll just be either eating them by themselves or have them in some wraps. And don't sleep on deli meat. Deli meat have great macros. Let's just pull one for example. Let's say this buffalo chicken. This is 60 calories for 11 grams of protein. So definitely don't sleep on deli meats. I know maybe they're slightly more processed, but when you're on a diet, how I see it is a diet is temporary. So a lot of these like more processed things, like they might not be ideal, but you got to also remember you're going to be dieting for a certain period of time. If you want to go to completely whole foods later, or if you want to do this with completely whole foods, you can. I just find that if I'm on the run and I have to go, I'll just have some of these deli meats and they work perfectly fine. The next thing for protein is some beef jerky. So you've got to be careful with beef jerky because beef jerky could be very high calorie. Like Costco has like Wagyu beef jerky. Macros on that are terrible. If you're looking at something like this, I was really surprised. This is all from Aldi's. Everything on here is from Aldi's. This was an Aldi haul. So this beef jerky, 80 calories for 13 grams of protein. So this is a really lean beef jerky, which is pretty rare. You can find it, but usually these macros are actually pretty similar to what you would get when you're having like a turkey or a chicken stick. So really good. I've also never really been to Aldi, so I didn't know the options that they had. This was my first attempt at doing a haul there, and I was extremely surprised. Another great example of something that I found at Aldi's is their equivalent to a carb balance wrap, but this is called a protein wrap. And the macros on these were pretty great. So for this is 120 calories for 12 grams of protein. So you're getting that 1-to-1 ratio. Maybe the protein isn't as great as it would be from a meat source, but still it's chipping away at that protein goal that you have. So I got this red pepper one and then I got the original one. I'll let you know how I think about what I think about them or how good they actually are, but I was pretty stoked on that, so I grabbed them. The other thing is shredded lettuce. Shredded lettuce is practically like no calories, and I run through this stuff. Like if you're making a wrap and you do deli meat, some cheese, and some shredded lettuce, it just enhances the entire experience. Okay, so let's say we've done the protein, we've done the lettuce. While I'm talking about produce, let's talk about these. These are some pre-made guacamoles. So These are a little more dense, but I do really, really emphasize hitting your fat goal and using a good fat. It helps with hormone regulation. So I would rather get my fats from avocado than from other things. So these aren't bad. These are 80 calories per cup. Throw one of these onto your wrap with some lettuce, some buffalo turkey, and some mozzarella cheese, and you're good to go. The other thing I was surprised about is they had this low moisture Part-skim mozzarella, 60 calories for a total of 5 grams of protein. So this is pretty great stuff right here. This is a pretty good proportions for carbs to protein. Awesome. So the other thing I grabbed is this sweet and spicy. I always love to get another hot sauce. It just keeps my food exciting. This one isn't 0 calorie, but it's 5 calorie. So it's super low in calories, and it's something a little different. I have a lot of vinegar-based hot sauces. I wanted something slightly different. So this sweet and spicy probably would be pretty good. Next off, since we're talking about sandwiches, pickles. Pickles sometimes have 0 calories. I think these ones have 5 Yeah, these have 5 calories. Pickles are a game changer. Almost practically no calories, and they are delicious. They are crunchy. They add a texture to the food you're eating, and you could snack on them, and they don't really have that many calories. Perfect. So we talked about cheese. Let's talk about this low-fat Greek yogurt. So usually I'll get a Chobani or something. This one seemed pretty great, actually. This was 90 calories for 16 grams of protein. I'll probably have to add honey to this. I'll probably have to sweeten it up a little bit just because this is non-fat and nothing added. So this will be pretty intense. The cool part about something like this is you can use it for savory. So if you had like a buffalo sauce and you wanted to make like a creamy buffalo, like if you had some shredded chicken, you want to make creamy buffalo shredded chicken, this would be a great thing to add to it. Perfect. So then over here, 2 snacks. So this is a 70 calorie little square, like kind of a sweet, like little cake. And then I got these ones that are chocolate, 100 calories. For me, I love to have something that's anywhere from 50 to 100 calories just to eat as a dessert to give me that sweet feeling. I like to cap off my meals with something sweet. It just kind of like is like the period to the meal. It's the end of the meal, and I feel like it satiates me more, like mentally maybe. And then the only other thing I got is this diet soda. This is some bootleg diet soda from Trader Joe's. I have never had this brand before, but diet soda has been incredible. People talk so much bad about diet soda. There's really nothing bad to it. It's just artificial sweeteners. You'll have people who hate it, people that love it. For me, this helps me get through my diet. I honestly don't really drink soda unless I'm dieting because it's carbonated, it's sweet, and it just helps make this process a lot easier. Yeah, so that's pretty much the grocery haul. Feel free to reach out with any questions you have. I hope this was helpful just to start having people think in a dieting mindset, looking at the calories, looking at the protein, and just steal some of these ideas that I got. Like if you just take away that like deli meats, if you're careful with them and you look at the protein to calorie ratio are really good. So like, I hope this was helpful, and I will keep doing videos like this to try to help as many people as possible. So thank you so much for joining, and feel free to like, subscribe, and follow along. I'm also doing full day of eating shorts every single day on this cut. They give full meal breakdowns and macro breakdowns. I'm already, I think, 7 pounds down in like 12 days. So those are really great to reference if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling like your food isn't good. Every single meal I enjoy, every single meal is delicious, and they are pretty diverse. So that being said, thank you again for tuning in, and have an amazing day, morning, whatever time you're watching this. I appreciate you guys.